Hello, I'm Mayumi Okamoto. I work at Kansai University in Osaka, Japan. I'd like to thank Hugh, who gave me this great opportunity to talk about my research paper. Is Corpus word frequency a good yardstick for selecting words to teach? Threshold levels for vocabulary selection, which was published in the July 2015 issue of System. In this paper, I posed a question whether it is possible to tell which words are more useful at lower frequency level, and found that it's possible to do so up to the 7,000 word level. Vocabulary is an essential component of English proficiency. The more words learners know, the more proficient they are. From a learning perspective, recent studies have claimed that learners should know 9,000, 10,000, or even 14,000 words in order to attain good English proficiency. From a teaching perspective, on the other hand, the number of words taught in classrooms needs to be limited due to time constraints, and vocabulary selection is essential in vocabulary teaching. As criteria for vocabulary selection, word frequency and word dispersion are primarily important because it is assumed that they represent word usefulness. So, textbook writers, whether they are native speakers of English or non-native speakers, who have selected the most useful words at the appropriate levels, have used corpus analysis or relied on native speakers' judgments of frequency. Given these ambitious vocabulary learning goals and textbook writers' need to select words, I came up with this question. That is, can we judge word usefulness at such lower frequency levels as 9,000 or 10,000? In order to find an answer to this question, I conducted two studies. In both studies, I used 238 target words. To be specific, 20 words were sampled from 12 levels, ranging from the 3,000 word level, for example, adventure, to the 14,000 word level, for example, juridical. In the first study, I asked 17 native speakers how often they used the target words. In the second study, I examined how evenly the target words occur across the subsections of corpora. The results of the first study indicate that corpus word frequency is closely related to native speakers' self-reported frequency of word use, up to the 7,000 word level, but not beyond. The percentages of frequently used words, taken as a whole, decline as the word frequency level advances, and they seem linearly related. Taking a closer look at the results, however, I found a kind of plateau beyond the 7,000 word level, where the native speaker's answers and the frequency levels bear very little relationship. This might mean native speakers cannot tell which words are more useful or common beyond this level. The results of the second study indicate that word frequency is related to word dispersion up to the 6,000 word level, but not beyond. And word dispersion is high up to the 6,000 word level as well. This close relationship between word frequency and word dispersion up to the 6,000 word level indicates that up to this level, the more frequent a word is, the more widely used it is. Beyond the 6,000 word level, in contrast, the dispersion values bear no relation to the frequency levels. This suggests that up to the 6,000 word level, we can predict word dispersion from word frequency, and that most of the target words frequently and evenly occur across the subsections of corpora. Beyond the 6,000 word level, however, we cannot predict word dispersion from word frequency, and many of the target words occur only in limited genres. The results of Study 1 and Study 2 seem to show the same patterns of native speakers' word use. That is to say, up to the 7,000 or the 6,000 word level, respectively, the native speaker's self-reports and word dispersion in corpora display close relations to corpus frequencies. However, beyond these word levels, they show non-linear relations. These linear and non-linear relations seem to suggest that there is a threshold level of vocabulary selection beyond which we cannot tell which words are useful to learners. Furthermore, the threshold may set a new goal of vocabulary teaching. Previous research has set the goal of vocabulary learning at around the 10,000 word level. However, the findings of the research suggest a goal of vocabulary teaching at 7,000 word level, or to be on the safe side, the 6,000 word level. If you find the results of my modest research interesting, please read my article entitled, "Is Corpus Word Frequency a Good Yardstick for Selecting Words to Teach? Threshold Levels for Vocabulary Selection." Thank you.